This is the all-new second generation Nest Hub from Google, and while it may not look that different from the original Google Smart Display, there's more here than meets the eye. Apart from the significantly cheaper debut price, the second gen Nest Hub offers up some very useful features that might make you think twice about buying a smart display from another manufacturer. This video is brought to you by Pinoval. Pinoval is a premium stylus maker that creates finely crafted digital pens for devices like the Microsoft Surface and Apple's iPad. Pinoval also makes one of the best USI styluses on the market. This pen works with any USI compatible Chromebook, and the Pinoval USI stylus is designed to look and feel like you're using a high quality pen, and you can really feel the craftsmanship the moment you pick it up. To learn more about Pinoval, check out the link in the description below. Okay, let's talk smart displays. The original Nest Hub debuted way back in 2018, and honestly, it's still a great device today. It originally sold for around $149, which made it feel a tad pricey considering the fact that it didn't have a camera. But Google quickly took down that hurdle by knocking $60 off the MSRP, and even now you can grab the first generation Nest Hub at your local Best Buy for a cool $90, and in my opinion, it's worth every penny. So should you run out and buy the original Nest Hub? Probably not, and here's why. Google recently launched the second iteration of the Nest Hub Smart Display, and it comes bearing some features that are aimed squarely at users who are focused on personal health and well-being. Now, at first glance, the new Nest Hub doesn't appear to have changed much at all from the original Smart Display. As a matter of fact, the only notable design differences are the edge-to-edge glass on the 7-inch display, and well, that's about it. However, on the inside, the new Nest Hub is packing Motion Sense, which is powered by Google's low-powered Soli radar. This technology made its somewhat disappointing debut on the Pixel 4, and though it may have failed on phones, Motion Sense has a lot of potential on Google's new smart display. The Soli-powered sensors work in tandem with the onboard microphones and the light sensors to provide feedback on how well you sleep at night. This makes the second-gen Nest Hub the first ever assistant smart display with built-in sleep tracking. So, does it work? I've spent a little over a week letting the Nest Hub track my sleep, and while I was a bit surprised at my results, I can say it appears to be relatively accurate. Keep in mind, this display doesn't have a camera. It's relying solely on motion sense and the microphones to keep tabs on how you're sleeping. That said, sleep sensing isn't going to provide you with the in-depth analysis of your sleep cycles like you'd get from, say, a Fitbit or a decent smartwatch. I can wear my TicWatch Pro to bed, and I'll see data when I was in light or deep sleep, and even get my oxygen levels and pulse rates throughout the night. If you're looking to get this kind of data, sorry, you aren't going to replace your wearable. Me, I wear a watch every day, but I cannot stand wearing one to bed. That's why the new Nest Hub really appealed to me. Again, this isn't a deep look into your sleep patterns, but the Nest Hub does track useful data like when you snore or cough, and it even tells you how long it took you to fall asleep. I don't feel like I sleep as soundly as I used to, and I thought maybe this could give me some insight as to why. Coincidentally, I started hitting the gym a few weeks ago, and I've been resting a lot better than I used to. That change seems to be reflected in the data from the Nest Hub. Admittedly, I snore on occasion when I'm restless, but the Nest Hub reported 0 snoring for the past week, and there are very few points during the night when my sleep was actually disturbed. Now, the Nest Hub doesn't inherently give you a better night's sleep. Instead, it gives you insights into those times when you may have been more restless due to environmental factors. Based on your normal bedtime and the time you usually get up, the Nest Hub will aggregate your sleep data and give you suggestions on how you can improve your rest. For me, Google recommended that I stick to a more consistent sleep schedule. So if you're looking to get a basic snapshot of how you're sleeping and you don't like donning a wearable while you sleep, the second-gen Nest Hub is probably where you should look. Another advantage of Motion Sense are the simple actions that can be done by simply waving your hand in front of the display. While my wife swears that she doesn't mind hearing my alarm at 4:30 in the morning, I don't want to add to the disturbance by yelling stop at my smart display. With the Nest Hub, you can simply wave your hand to snooze your alarm, and on top of that, you can use the motion gestures to play and pause your music, which, by the way, sounds so much better than the audio on the original Nest Hub. Google touted a 50% increase in bass response on the new Nest Hub, and they were not lying. What's more, the boost in bass translates to a richer, fuller sound across the board. The first-gen Nest Hub isn't bad, and it works for listening to an occasional song or a podcast, but the second-gen Hub is actually enjoyable to listen to, and then that is a big plus in my book. For me, these features alone are enough to recommend the newer, more capable Nest Hub, and we haven't even discussed the price yet. Like I mentioned earlier, you can grab the old Google Smart Display for $89, but the second gen with all its upgrades will only run you $99. Even if you aren't interested into the sleep features, which are 100% optional on your part, the extra $10 is well worth it when we're talking about the audio improvement. Plus, the new Nest Hub is somewhat future-proofed with a built-in Thread radio that makes it compatible with the emerging smart home standard that just makes it easier to connect all of your devices regardless of who made them. So, should you buy the new Nest Hub from Google? Well, if you're looking for a full-featured smart display and you want to make video calls, you'll need to go with the Nest Hub Max or a third-party display that has a camera. If you don't care about the camera, the second generation Nest Hub is probably pound for pound the best option around, and it's the only one that gives you sleep tracking. And if you're a Fitbit user, your sleep tracking data will be imported to your Fitbit app, and if not, you can find the info on the display itself as well as in the Google Fit app. My only caution there in buying one solely for sleep tracking is that Google has hinted at making this a paid feature. Right now it's free. There aren't any details on when that can happen or how much it will cost, but be forewarned, it may not be free forever. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Stay tuned for more as we bring you some in-depth guides on setting up and using your new Nest Hub smart display. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.